The Gadgil Committee conducted an exhaustive study on the Western Ghats. Collecting all data about the Western Ghats and studying the basic character of the mountain ranges, they earmarked zones by a democratic and decentralized method, treating panchayats as the basic unit for the study. After several discussions, debates and technical discourses, the committee submitted its report to the central government on the 31st of August 2011. But what we witnessed after that was political Kerala in unison, rejecting even people-friendly ideas and content of the report.
Our report classifies the levels of sensitivity of Western Ghats region into 3 levels: those of the highest sensitivity, of modest sensitivity and low sensitivity. And for the more highly sensitive ecological zones, we made certain specific recommendations that human interventions of a particular type should be avoided in the highest intensity zone. And this year, actually earlier also, the disasters that have occurred, especially since 2018, in terms of floods and landslides particularly, they have all occurred in the highest sensitive zone, both this year in Konkan area for instance, and earlier in Kerala in Idukki, Wayanad, Malappuram districts, where we had said in 2011 itself that certain kinds of interventions should be avoided. Now these interventions to be avoided included in more destruction of existing natural vegetation, that should not be allowed. That there should not be extensive roads, because roads are always associated with land cutting and landslide areas, construction of especially high-rise buildings on steep slopes and stone quarries. All of these activities which we had recommended should be avoided in the highest intensity zone have gone on, and in fact wherever there are these disasters, they are related to not only continuing but increasing the pace of such human interventions which we had said must be avoided. So I am quite sure that if these our recommendations had indeed been accepted, then these events either would have been many fewer and much less intense, or perhaps completely averted, that there would not have been these disasters had our recommendations about protecting the natural environment in certain fashion been properly implemented. Secondly, we had also said that to take care of the environment, the people who have the most stake in healthy environment are the local communities. So their opinions should be taken into account. And in fact, we find that this year also it has come out. For example, the worst landslide in Kerala has been in a place called Kuttikal, and there are ongoing stone quarries there. Even on the day of landslide, the stone quarry was operating, and for many years the local villagers have been violently protesting against continuation of that stone quarry. Nevertheless, government has completely ignored their voice and pushed the stone quarries. So both kinds of recommendations, protection of natural environment plus taking the sentiments of the local community into account, both have been rejected, and certainly the total outcome is this disaster.